to keep the Bears winless tonight as the Morgan State squad has lost handily to Ohio State 89-50, Towson 95-75, and then closer games against San Diego, and most recently Ohio University had to hit a shot in the last couple seconds to put Morgan State to 0-4 with a 65-62 win over the Bears. The Explorers 2-2 most recently. A tough second half, a tough second of the second half at Penn State. And joining us, filling in this trip for Steve Degler is Richard Prendergast. And Freddie, you watched practice yesterday, and you've watched the games on television, been at the games. And what are you seeing first and foremost? Obviously, this is not the team that went to the Sweet 16. It's sans Ramon Galloway, but most of the same personnel. But every team has its own unique look, and there's no reason to believe that this team won't get its act together and really play a lot more effective basketball. But right now, what do you think the biggest problem is?
Well, if anything, Cale, right now I would like to see maybe a little more depth. I'd like to see more of the players getting a few more minutes. I think that bodes well down the stretch. You know, we were just talking earlier how a 2-2 record has us all thinking and maybe concerned, and yet it could very easily be 3-1. I still go back to that Manhattan game, which I thought was winnable there in the first overtime. 3-1 makes you breathe a little easier. But look, Division I basketball, as we said, 18 to 20-year-old young people. A lot of things can happen. Everybody's good these days. There aren't really any bad teams. You can't take anybody for granted. I don't think our players are. But like I say, Division I basketball, everybody's good, and you can't take a night off, ever.
So one thing that we talked with Coach Giannini about is the fact that Khalid Lewis might not be available today. He came down awkwardly on his foot in the Penn State game. So the spark plug, who had already missed so much time with that broken hand wrist situation, might not be available yet again tonight.
No, as you say, I came to the practice last night, and he was here physically, but he wasn't practicing. He has something like a turf toe ailment. I'm not so sure how you get turf toe on hardwood, but that's what it was told to me. But he didn't practice last night. Now, happened to see them when they came in the building tonight. Our athletic director, Tom Brennan, asked him if he was ready to play, and he said yes. So who knows? I hope he does. You're right about him being a spark plug. I love the way he comes in and plays defense, that's for sure.
I got a chance to sit down and talk to Coach Giannini earlier tonight. He talked about what he thought the biggest problems plaguing his team were.
Record has us all thinking and maybe concerned.
The most simplistic thing is we haven't shot the ball well, and some of our opponents have shot it extremely well. That's the most simplistic thing. And then there's some other variables. I think the rules changes have hurt our defense, and it has hurt everyone's defense. I think Khalid being out doesn't have me playing the rotation in the way I wanted to, or the defense as aggressively as I wanted to. So that's a little bit of a combination between not having the depth to be aggressive and the rules making you less aggressive.
Coach Giannini talking about Khalid Lewis's injury and how it has really shortened his bench a little bit. And we have a couple more clips that we readied for you for tonight's broadcast. You'll hear them throughout the course of the game, including some talk about the intangibles. But right now we're getting set for game time in Game 4 of Day 1 of the Paradise Jam, as the starting lineups for the Explorers and the Morgan State Bears have been announced. So we'll start with Morgan State. Morgan State will start a guard lineup, three-guard lineup, starting with the 6'2" guard from St. Louis, Missouri, a product of that DeMatha High School program out there, Justin Black. Anthony Hubbard, a 6'5" guard, a senior from Woodbridge, Virginia, gets another start at guard. The son of the coach, 6'2" guard from Bowie, Maryland, junior Blake Bozeman. Cedric Blossom plays a forward position, a 6'6" sophomore from Columbia, Maryland. And at the center is Ian Childs, a 7'2" redshirt senior from Cliffside Park, New Jersey. Ian Childs rounding it out for Todd Bozeman, who is assisted by Kevin McLean, Keith Goody, and Glenn Roy Palmer. And here's your Explorers lineup.
Steve Zach, 6'11", center from Newcomer, Pennsylvania.
Tyreek Dunn, 6 foot, point guard, Philadelphia, PA.
Sam Mills, 6'3", shooting guard, Sunrise, Florida.
Tyrone Garland, 6'1", point guard, Philadelphia, PA.
Gerard Wright, 6'8", power forward from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
So the two bigs, Zach and Jarrell Wright, starting for the Explorers tonight. And
We're at the 2013 Paradise Jam. In 14 years here on St. Thomas, we've done a lot of awesome things, but never something like this.
This is the water jetpack, new here to St. Thomas. Anyone who's ever dreamt of flying, ever wanted to learn how to fly, this is about as close as it gets. On an introductory flight, you're going to be porpoising like a dolphin, you're going to be running on the water, and of course flying high like Buzz Lightyear. So those are kind of the three things you're going to be doing in an introductory flight.
Perfect. Right arm up, right arm up, right arm up a little, right arm up. There you go. Just like that. That's exactly where I want you. Right there. Very nice. Oh, you're ready to fly. What I want you to do now is slowly bring your arms up till just your feet are in the water. And now that you're there, just start walking with those legs. You're walking on water. Okay, so all you got to do to go underwater is you're going to bring both hands down into the water. When you're ready to come back up, bring both hands back up. Very nice. Very nice.
People who have ever gone parasailing or jet skiing, anything like that, this can be completely different. This is the newest adventure basically here in St. Thomas. So you guys actually have this great deal of flying at $100 at discounted price all the way up until November 30th. So just mention Paradise Jam and we'll definitely give you guys that rate.
That definitely was one of the craziest things I've ever done, Mark. Thanks for letting me come out and fly with you. Looks like I earned some wings.
You have definitely earned your jetpack wings, so you're a natural. Come back again soon.
All right, all you Paradise Jammers, come out and check out the St. Thomas Jet Riders.
Talking about some of the intangibles coming into play as his Explorers get set to take on the Bears of Morgan State. The Explorers lead the all-time series 3-1. That lone loss coming in Baltimore 6 years ago. So Paradise Jam, round number 4 for the Explorers. More than any other team making the appearance in this great tournament that's run by the Basketball Travelers. As usual, tournament play never tipping off right at the top of the hour as we anticipate, and this one no different. Game 4 of 4 this afternoon for the University of Virgin Islands. The Explorers come to midcourt in their home gold Under Armours. Morgan State faces them in their road blues with orange trim. The Explorers are the #1 overall seed in this tournament. Steve Zach is at midcourt. Getting set to tip it off. He wins the tip back to Tyrone Garland, and we are underway from the Paradise Jam. Tyrone Garland. Tyreek Dern gets it from Garland. Now Garland looking to drive. Comes near side to Duren. Duren to Mills. Mills looking to drive. Jump stops. Now kicks out to the perimeter. Garland for 3. Nails the three-pointer. So that's a good sign. The Explorers have been struggling from the field, but a three-pointer to get it going early on.
I love to see that penetration and kick out. He was spotted up perfectly in the corner for that pass.
They go to the big guy, the 7'2" turnaround jumper by Childs is no good. Steve Zach gets the rebound for the Explorers. Tyreek Duren peels off, comes out to the perimeter. Guarded by Childs on that perimeter, but he hands it off to Mills. Mills back to Duren. Duren will take a 3. That one won't go, and it goes over the backboard and out of play. So it'll be Morgan State ball. Tyreek Duren, snake bitten for the most part from beyond the arc. 5 for 18 and now 5 for 19 on the season.
Yeah, he had a great look there too, because Childs was switched on him. There's no way Childs at 7'2" is coming out to the key to guard him.
Bozeman the Blossom, now Black on the far side. Top of the key is Bozeman back near midcourt, guarded by Duren. The Explorers in the man-to-man that we talked about, 3-2 zone. A baseline taken, an easy one by Black, right by Tyrone Garland. It's a 3-2 Explorer lead, 1 minute and 10 seconds in. Garland to the left baseline, bounce pass, cutting through the lane, right with a layup good, but they're going to call an offensive foul to wipe it off. Sliding underneath there was Morgan State's, I believe Anthony Hubbard took the charge, so it'll remain 3-2.
Wow.
You're not agreeing, Prendy?
I'll leave it at well.
So it's Morgan State basketball. Top of the key. Blossom, now the near side, Bozeman.
Tyrone Garland's going to have his hands full with this boy. Black is a good player.
They're isolated on the far side, but they come to the near side, trying to post up his Blossom, but nothing there. Now Black drives and kicks back out to the perimeter. At the top of the key, Hubbard lobs it inside. Steve Zach prevents that entry pass. Right, knocks it away to Mills. Mills now, foul line extended, filling the lane. Garland kicks out to Dern. Dern for three near side, and he rattles it home. Tyreek Dern with a three-pointer. Explorers lead at 6-2.
That's a confident shooter.
Hubbard pushes it up tempo, and they're going to call a foul on the ground. No, travel it's going to be.
Well,
a travel as Hubbard took steps before that contact, so a turnover by Morgan State. The Explorers making a pair of three-pointers, and that's a real good sign. They have not really lit it up from deep yet this season. 31% as a team. Tyreek Dern has a pick and roll set up with Zach. It doesn't materialize, so Dern stays at the top of the key. Mills to Dern. Dern, Garland fakes the three. Morgan State showing a zone. Dern, pump fakes, drives, hangs in the air, gets the runner to go, and the Explorers lead at 8-2.
Penetrated very well against that zone. Came off that little screen, wide open in the middle.
Black is on the near side now. Back to the top of the key for Bozeman. Black will take a deep three over Garland. Air ball it is into the hands of Jarrell Wright. The Explorers want to stretch their legs. Mills to the paint. Dishes it off. Zach trapped under the baseline. Back out to Dern. Tries another three. And it rims inside out. Morgan State rebound off the miss.
He should get a point and a half for that. It was halfway down.
Seen too much of that this season, Prendy. Blossom looking for a backdoor cutter. Not there. Hands it off to Bozeman. Comes near side. Guarded by Tyreek Dern. 3 minutes gone. Explorers up 8-2. Now Blossom. Back to Bozeman. Bozeman, far side, foul line extended. Now an entry pass to Childs. Childs faces the bucket, comes back to the top of the key. 9 on the shot clock. Deep three rattles off. Steve Zach with another rebound. Outlet pass to Garland. Garland crosses midcourt, hesitates, takes his man to the rack, hangs in the air, off the glass and in. And the Explorers lead at 10-2.
That was a push shot, Southwest Philly floater, Cal.
Bozeman back to the top of the key for Blossom. Blossom looking for the handoff. It's not there. Picked up his dribble, so goes far side. Black goes baseline, throws one up. Air ball out of bounds. Last touch by the Explorers.
Right now, I'm pleased the way Zach is playing Childs. Zach doesn't look up to too many people.
Pretlow checks into the game. Dante Pretlow, a sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. And also in Shaquille Duncan. Explorers up 10-2. 6 of those points coming off of three-pointers. Morgan State with the inbounds underneath with 18 on the shot clock after the air ball went out of bounds. On the near side is Hubbard. Hubbard one-on-one against Mills. Hands it off instead to Bozeman, who comes near. 8 on the shot clock. Entry pass goes inside. Blossom, extra pass. Layup good. Shaquille Duncan came for the weak side. Duran comes near side. Mills with the entry pass to Wright. Wright back out to Mills. Good ball movement. Far side. Garland for three. That one won't go. Wright comes over the top and commits the foul with 15:48 to play here in the first half from the Paradise Jam. It's the Explorers 10, Morgan State 4, and this is LaSalle basketball.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
And Garland with a couple makes. Garland with 5 total points. Durham with the other 5. And the Explorers lead Morgan State 10-4. The winner of this game gets Providence or Vanderbilt. Oh,
No, Providence.
the winner gets Providence. The loser gets Vanderbilt. You were right. I knew where I was going with it. I just didn't get there. So after the 16-minute media timeout, the Explorers change personnel. It's Rohan Brown and DJ Peterson checking the lineup. Remaining on the floor, Tyreek Dern, Sam Mills, Steve Zach. Moving the ball across midcourt for Morgan State, Dante Pretlow. Pretlow guarded by Dern. The entry pass goes inside to Duncan. His turnaround fadeaway is no good. Rebound and a jump ball will go to Morgan State.
Rohan Brown in for Gerald Wright. Salle gives away some height there, but Rohan's quick.
Morgan State took Childs out as well, a 7'2"
Right.
guy. All the way into the backcourt, Blake Bozeman chases it down. Trying to drive on DJ Peterson, can't do it, hands it off to Hubbard. Pretlow top of the key, near side Bozeman. Entry pass lobbed into Duncan. Duncan turns, shoots, and throws an air ball up. Never hit anything, but it gets tipped back out to the perimeter. Morgan State diving to the ground is Tyreek Dern, and then it's last touched off Morgan State's Anthony Hubbard.
Great defense. Trapping him on the out-of-bounds line there. He had no place to go. Good hustle by LaSalle. Very good hustle.
15 minutes, 16 seconds to play first half. Explorers leading 10-4. Sam Mills moves the ball across midcourt for the Explorers. Tyreek Dern looking for the entry. Rohan Brown flashes the ball, but they stay on the perimeter. Peterson to Zach. Good ball movement. Back to the perimeter. Baseline take denied by Dern. Brown trying to hand it back to Dern. Gets it to him with 15 on the shot clock. Dern, foul line extended. Goes baseline. They collapse on it. Kicks it out. Peterson for 3. That one won't go. Rebound. Rohan Brown right back up. Can't get it to go. Zach gets the rebound, and he's knocked out of play. Explorer basketball as they crash the boards.
It's a great offensive rebound by Rohan Brown. Footwork, great footwork on that.
Explorers have a 4-2 edge on the boards early on. Brown will receives the lob on the inbounds from Dern and gives it right back to him. Dern, backdoor cutting Peterson, stays near side instead, and then Zach passes it and turns it over, but the Explorers get it back. They're going to call a backcourt violation, but I don't know how because Morgan State dribbled it twice before they lost the ball.
Right, I thought maybe he'd ask one of the other refs to get clarification on that, but he's sticking with the call.
That's turnover number 2 on the Explorers. That started with Zach throwing a pass out of the high post back near midcourt that was right into the hands of Morgan State. A drive by Hubbard, draws the foul, gets the roll, and one forthcoming.
Morgan State is a lot quicker with Childs out of the lineup.
And Jarrell Wright will check back in for Steve Zach. Zach hit the deck on that one rebound, and now he's going to go to the end of the bench and be attended to by Kerry Sneed. I don't know if it's a rolling of the ankle or just an equipment problem. He's reaching down and untying his shoe. Hubbard, the and one won't go. Tyreek Dern gets the rebound off that miss. Dern crosses midcourt, hands it off to Mills. Mills, hounded by Pretlow, finds Dern, fakes the 3, drives and kicks back to Mills. Mills back near midcourt, finds Peterson. Peterson has a pick set by Wright. They stay on the perimeter. Great ball movement by the Explorers and patience, but Morgan State sticking with him. Into the corner, Peterson drives to the elbow, passes out with 10 on the shot clock. Dern wants a pick set, gets it, bounce past the Mills. Mills in the corner. Peterson fakes the 3, fakes another 3. Now to the top, 2 on the shot clock. Dern for 3. He can't get it to go. Good patience and an offensive rebound. Jarrell Wright draws the foul on the way back up. So the Explorers getting a couple offensive rebounds.
That was one time I thought Terrell Wright was going to have a slam follow-up, but he went to the other side of the basket, just missed the roll. I'd like to see him make both these foul shots now.
A lot of talk about Jarrell Wright in that left hand. It is his strong hand, and there, indeed, if he goes up with the right hand and dunks it, you definitely get 2 and probably the end 1. Hits the first free throw. On the season, Wright just 59%. The team shoots at a 75% clip. Wright, 1 of 2. The Explorers tip back to the top and an offensive rebound for the Explorers.
Great job by DJ Peterson on that tip out.
Peterson will take the 3, and that one won't go. Suddenly the shots aren't falling, and then Morgan State loses it out of bounds. Crashing the boards was Cedric Blossom. Tyrell Garland will check back into the game for Jarrell Wright. Explorers started off 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, but now just 2 for 5. Mills to Duren. Pick set by Brown for Duren. Duren stays on the perimeter. Explorers up by 5. Into the corner. They collapsed on Garland. Garland goes through that double team. Finds Mills at the top. His 3 won't go. Morgan State rebound. Long outlet pass. Hubbard to the rack. Too strong. Weak side offensive rebound. Blossom. He puts it back up and in. And look out. Morgan State has put together a 6-1 run.
Shades of the earlier games.
Duren cutting through a double team, tripped up. He's going to be fouled on the play.
I'm liking the shot selection LaSalle's getting against this zone. It's just disappointing that the shots are not dropping. They are getting very good looks. The ball movement's been excellent.
And that's pretty much been the theme of the season.
So far.
12:58 to play. Inbounds to Mills. Now baseline take by Duren. Bounce pass across the baseline. Garland spins, hangs in the air, double pumps, draws the foul. Great spin dribble and in motion. Got that shot off.
Good penetration there by Tyrone Garland.
Garland will go to the free throw line. An 85% shooter, but he misses this one. The Explorers now 1 for 3. $12:50 to play. The Explorer lead just 3 points. It was 10-2. Garland's second free throw. Hits all sides of the rim before falling down. Explorers answer with full court pressure. Justin Black's going to answer by taking it coast to coast and missing the layup. Tip to Rohan Brown, and the Explorers will try to counter with a transition of their own. Through traffic, Garland to Mills. Mills has a baseline, dishes it off to Brown. Brown lays it in. Great secondary transition for the Explorers.
Great pass, great pass. Baseline drive, wide open pass for the layup for Brown.
14-8, the Explorer lead with 12:23 to play. Black guarded by DJ Peterson. Comes near side to Bozeman. Bozeman looking for a way in. Nothing there. It's actually a 3-2 zone now for the. Oh, they are staying man. They are staying man.
Yep. Switching everything.
10 on the shot clock. Black skips it to Pretlow near side. Pretlow looking baseline. Dishes it off. Backdoor cutting layup no good. Another offensive rebound. Another dish. And then layup is good by Pretlow. A couple offensive rebounds for Morgan State. 3 of them to be exact. Now 4. Garland wants Brown to come to the top of the key, but he stays on the perimeter instead. Now long skip pass to Duren in the corner. Peterson. Duren back at the top. Rohan Brown, the only big out there for the Explorers with 15 on the shot clock. Garland slices through the lane, dishes off to Mills. Mills goes baseline, tries a layup, draws the foul. It's going to be called on Shaquille Duncan, and we will go to break. 11 minutes and 27 seconds to play in the first half from the Paradise Jam. Opening round action. It's the Explorers 14, Morgan State 10. You're listening to LaSalle Basketball.
Are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort.
Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort. Experience the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort, Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. No passport required.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At
UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think.
(14:10), 11 minutes and 27 seconds to play. If you are listening out there, send us an email at lasallesid1@aol.com or hit us up on Twitter at KLBeers. Sam Mills on the free throw line. The Explorers not looking good from the stripe early on today. Mills misses one. The Explorers are now just 2 for 5 from the free throw line. But they lead at 14-10 with 11:27 to play. Mills makes his second attempt. Explorers are now 3 for 6. Full court pressure on the inbounds. A good trap in the backcourt, and Blake Bozeman calls a timeout. The Explorers did not benefit from full court pressure at Penn State.
Well, they almost didn't benefit on that play because in the inbounds time.
Giant TV production truck in a compact portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more.
Tip of that full court pressure. Hubbard having trouble finding somebody. Throws it. Leads Pretlow across midcourt. Morgan State does get it across half court. Black looking to drive. No look pass to no one. Out of bounds and a turnover on Morgan State.
That was a good backdoor cut by Hubbard. He was open, but fortunately the pass was too far and he wasn't able to catch it.
Substitution.
Steve Zach back in.
Zach does return back to the lineup. The Explorers going 4-1, and Taylor Dunn gets his first burn of the night as well. Zach to Garland. Garland comes to Tyreek Duren with 11 minutes to play in the first half. Duren and Garland. Garland jump stops and he traveled. Yeah, he hopped through there. Didn't think he was going to get away with that one. So it's a turnover on the Explorers.
Childs is back in, so both teams playing with a big guy.
Childs is 7'2" redshirt senior. They get it across midcourt. And Emmanuel Mady gets his first look. Pretlow looking for a pick and roll. Has it. Duncan gives it up to Childs. Childs can't finish it, but a putback by, I believe Duncan got his hand on it. The offensive rebound and the putback to cut the lead to 3. Duren to Peterson. Peterson, low post to Zach, going to go to work on Childs. Hook shot is off the mark. Rebound pulled back down by Duncan. Pretlow across midcourt to the corner. Black's going to try to tie it with a 3. He cannot get it to go. DJ Peterson had his guy sealed off well and got the board. They push it ahead to Zach. Zach catches it under the bucket, goes for the reverse layup, but it's an air ball. And now an outlet pass to Black. Garland is there to defend, but Black's going to lay it in and cut the Explorer lead to 1. So the Explorer offense, as we've seen it so many times, struggling to put points on the board after a pretty up-tempo start. Zach to Garland. And a foul away from the ball. It's going to be on Pretlow. Not a lot of whistles called here. So far, just the 4th foul called on Morgan State. Fresh 35, 9:41 to play. Back into Duren on the inbounds. Peterson, a drive and a kick. Pump fake and an elbow jumper by Garland. That won't go either. The Explorers are now 5 for 16 from the field. Drive and a kick. Another kick into the corner. That's Kyle Thomas. Top of the key is Bozeman, guarded by Garland. Into the corner. Bozeman will take the 3 and bank it in, and Morgan State has its first lead of the game, 17-15. They are now on a 15-5 run. Into the corner, Dunn. Steps back, finds Peterson. Garland to Duren. Garland again. Peterson into the corner. Dunn will take a three. That one won't go. One and done for the Explorers as Bozeman controls for Morgan State. Bozeman looks to drive. Blocked shot out of bounds. Last touch by Tyrone Garland. Explorers going ice cold again.
Morgan State stays in that zone. LaSalle's guards are going to have to crash from the weak side on those long shots.
Explorers are 2 for 11 from deep. The inbounds from Morgan State back to midcourt in form of Justin Black. 8:36 to play here in the first half. Explorers trail by 2. Black. Explorers switching. Going baseline on Duren. They're going to call a foul on Tyreek Duren, forcing him out of bounds into a wide turn. Foul number 1 on Duren, the 4th on the Explorers. Morgan State to inbounds, back to the top of the key. Bozeman, now Mady, and Bozeman again. To Childs on the low post. Zach makes himself tall. Turnaround shot won't go. Rebound Tyreek Duren. Outlet pass to Garland. Garland pulls up, throws up an air ball. Well, Drew Iron probably partially blocked, but Zach gets the offensive rebound. Garland takes to the rack. That's a goaltend. Childs goes up and swats the floater away.
That one was going in. That was a good call.
8:01 to go, and we're tied at 17 apiece. Personnel shift for Morgan State. Checking out is Kyle Thomas. Back into the lineup. I believe we see Anthony Hubbard checking back in. The Explorers 4-1. Peterson, Garland, Mills, and Duren back in. Zach the lone big. Tied at 17. The Explorers led at 1 point, 10-2. Black back to midcourt. The set's called out by Bozeman. Bozeman still directing traffic. Childs on the foul line, extended far side. DJ Peterson nearly gets the steal back at midcourt, but retained possession by Morgan State. They lob it into the low post. Hubbard, an extra dish to Childs. He won't miss that one. Dunk. And the Morgan State lead, 19-7.
Penetration forced Zach to come over to help, but that left Childs wide open.
Explorers just 6 for 19 from the field. Duren beyond the arc on the far side. Zach sets a pick, looking to roll. Garland looking to drive. Jump stops, and he slipped and traveled. 7:13 to play. The Explorer offense off track. They trail Morgan State 19-17 here in the first half of the Paradise Jam. We'll return with more after this.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go. How are the girls? Uh-huh. Come on, boy, just a little.
Scott. Business is tough, but with great offers at Avis.com, we give you the space to turn your business trip into a bizcation. Avis, it's your space.
We are World Vision, and we believe in children. We believe in God's calling to share our lives with them, to share a meal, to share water, to share love, to share a full life.
If you believe, share with a child today at worldvision.org/share.
To 17, that equates to a 17-7 run by Morgan State.
I know. I'm going to be the optimist here, though, Cale, because I still like the shot selection, and I do feel like they'll start to drop.
7 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Morgan State basketball after the Tyrone Garland travel. Bozeman calling out shots over on the far hash mark. Duren, Mills, Garland chasing Justin Black around. Now Childs, top of the key, Hubbard. Hubbard has his man fall to the ground. That's Duren, but then unfortunately for the Explorers, he just throws it away. The extra pass to no one. A couple of those benefiting the Explorers.
If I do have a major concern, it's the fact that Morgan State's getting an awful lot of penetration, which is causing switch-offs and then dump-off passes for easy layups.
Explorers hit their first 2 3-pointers and have missed 9 since. Also a familiar trend. 6.5 to go in the first half. Duren kicks to the corner. Now Garland at the top, fakes the 3, and then dishes it out. Inside to Zach. Cutting is Peterson, but Morgan State collapses and steals it. A lead past the Black, and he has it knocked away. The Explorers can have transition if they hustle. Garland is going to pull up, cross over to the right, splits the double team, and then that's blocked out of bounds. Childs stayed at home. One go for any of Garland's fakes. Still a 19-7 Morgan State lead. 6:14 to go in the first half. The winner to play Providence on Sunday. The loser comes back tomorrow. Tyreek Duren trying to restore order for the Explorers. To Mills. Mills is going to drive a kick to the corner. Wide open for 3. Tyrone Garland couldn't get it to go. Another one that bounced off the glass from that corner. He put one in on Penn State Tuesday night, but not this time. Explorers are now 2 for 12 from beyond the arc. Bozeman. Foul line extended to Black. Black looking for Childs, but Zach's doing a good job denying him. So Black's going to drive, take it into the paint, puts one on the rim. No good. Childs tips it back up. And Morgan State has a 21-17 lead. And Morgan State's Todd Bozeman's going to call a timeout after his team goes on a little bit of a run there. Or did they give it to the Explorers? 5:29 to play. And again, Freddie, this is a trend we've seen.
Yeah, and like I say, Kale, Morgan State's never going to come out of that zone if LaSalle doesn't start hitting some outside shots. And I'll repeat, I'd like to see the weak side guards crashing on those three-point shots from the other side. Give us a chance for some kind of putback.
Tyrone Garland leads the Explorers with 8 points, but has come on 3 for 8 shooting, including 1 for 4 from beyond. Trying to find some offensive continuity, the theme of the season. Duren crosses midcourt. Popping out on baseline is Mills, nothing there. They get it into Zach. Zach collapses upon. He's going to dribble once, pass it back to the perimeter. Mills looking for Zach again. He's guarded by the 7'2" Childs. Entry pass to Zach, backdoor cutting Peterson, nothing there. Zach sees the double team materialize, gets a shot up anyway. It's an air ball, but Rohan Brown catches it, puts it towards the rim, and is partially blocked. Can't get it to go.
Rohan Brown is crashing the boards.
Bozeman spins, fires to the corner. Black denied by Mills, now to the baseline. Duncan passes out of the low post. Hubbard takes a three-pointer. Rebound tipped out of bounds. And I believe it's going to be on an Explorer. DJ or Tyreek Duren should pick up his second. Can't hear what that PA announcer said. It looked like a 3 was being held up. Rohan Brown. They'll lob it into Childs. Childs will take the mid-range jumper and drain it. It's a 6-point lead for Morgan State. 4:39 to play. Explorers have scored 7 points since leading 10-2. Now they trail by 6. Zach sets a pick and rolls. Mills dribbles to the right, splits a double team, hangs in the air, and that one goes down. The improbable one falls. Black takes it to the rack. It won't go. Rebound, Mills. Explorers have a 4-on-1 materializing. Diagonal pass. Duren, extra pass out to Mills. Beyond the arc for 3. Yes. Pow! Sam Mills finally takes the cap off and uncorks it. The Explorers within 1.
LaSalle hustled back on defense then too, because Morgan State really on transition after.
Duren gets a steal, steps in front of the pass, one-on-one, to the rack he goes, lays it in, and the Explorers lead at 24-23. The steal and the pick 2. And can TD3 light the fire again. Explorers back on top. A 7-0 run. Bozeman calling for the pick. Childs obliges. Bozeman cuts through the lane.
Great
Steps
step
back. No good. Long rebound. Childs chases it into the corner. Inside to Duncan. Back out to the perimeter. Black for three. That one won't go. Peterson gets the rebound off the miss. Diagonal pass to Dern. Dern fakes the pass. Lays it in and it won't. Well, will not go. Rolls off and a foul on the play will send Dern to the free throw line for two. And the energy is back for the Explorers, who have come rallying back from a 23-17 deficit with a 7-0 run to lead at 24-23. 3 minutes, 13 seconds.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morning.
As a new feature, the half take. We'll take a look at Explorer cross-country runner Zach Sullivan, produced by Jashawn Twine, our excellent crew of undergraduate assistants. We put together features on student athletes. Zach Sullivan, Jashawn Twine coming up at the break. Tyreek Dern on the free throw line, shooting two. He's ignited an Explorer comeback. One on a steal and a layup on the other end. The other on another breakaway where he kicked it out to Mills, who knocked down a three-pointer. Now he goes to the line and makes a pair, and the Explorers are on a 9-0 run to lead at 26-23 with 3:12 to play here in the first half.
Salle playing some zone now, 3-2.
DJ Peterson, Tyreek Dern, Sam Mills, nearly a backcourt violation, is unguarded. Pretlow lost it. But he apparently got it before it crossed the line. Explorers in that 3-2. On the bottom of it, Zach and Rohan Brown. And there's a travel. Anthony Hubbard pump faked and drove without dribbling.
Morgan State will definitely attack the side Zach's on and make him come out and play the corner. It's important for everybody on the side to rotate when he has to do that.
Into the game for the first time, Rashawn Simpson. The Explorers trying to capitalize on this offensive momentum. Good crossover by Dern into the lane, but then he stripped it, rolls to Mills. Boy, did he beat his man at the top. Dern's going to drive again. Peterson's going to take the three. That's way off the mark, and it was contested. And then lost out of bounds, dribbled off the foot of Dante Pretlow with 2:32 to play.
Once again, I'm impressed with Rohan Brown's offensive rebounding. Zach got out there that time too, but Rohan's really moving his feet and going for the ball.
Dern keys the inbounds play, cutting to it is Zach. Zach's going to get it right back into the guard of Sam Mills in an ankle pass. He short hopped it. Mills got some shortstop in his background, I guess. Looked like it there. Dern hands it off to Peterson. Dern again to Peterson. Near side Mills. He's got the baseline. Back to Rohan Brown. Into the corner for Mills. Into Zach. Zach extra pass. Rohan Brown cutting for the easy layup.
The pass to Zach drew two defenders. Unfortunately, he saw Rohan cutting wide open. Great play.
It's now an 11-0 Explorer run. And they lead it by 5. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Bozeman tries to answer with a three. He won't. Rebound. Duncan throws it away off the hands of the teammate Hasante Manning, who's in the lineup for the first time. And the Explorers coming to life with a vengeance. 1:52 to play here in the first half. Tyreek Dern moves it across midcourt. Peterson back to Dern, fakes the pass, Dern drives, around Zach, layup good! And Tyreek Dern is on fire.
Am I allowed to clap on the radio here, Kale?
Not technically, but we'll let you.
I was clapping then, that was beautiful.
Near side. Simpson. They pass it inside, back to the bucket. Duncan's layup won't fall. Explorers get the rebound on a 13-0 run. Dern wants to make it 15. Passes it underneath, but well sniffed out by Morgan State, and Simpson stole it. Now the other end, Duncan throws down the Duncan rapid transition that ends the 13-0 run. 1 minute, 5 seconds to play here in the first half. Morgan State's been doing a great job staying at home for the extra pass.
Absolutely.
How many times do you see Tyreek Dern turn over a ball like that? It was a great pass, but they were there. They lob it into Zach, double team.
Baby hook.
Not good enough to stop Steve Zach, and the Explorers are back up by 7. 45 seconds to play in the half. Simpson to Bozeman. Far side Pretlow. Bozeman, a drive, and it's a block and an offensive foul. One or the other, but Rohan Brown was at the bottom of the pile when Rashawn Simpson came crashing down into him. He looked like he lost the ball before he even went airborne.
Once again, like I said, they take it to Zach's side. They're going to try and drive on him. Rohan comes over on the recovery, and he was right there to draw the charge.
And John Zanini will use the timeout here with 36.5 seconds to play. He technically can get the, theoretically, last shot of the half. There will be 1.5 seconds left on the play clock if the Explorers run it down to 0. So you got to believe that Morgan State's probably going to get about 2 seconds left. We'll see Tyreek Dern likely dribble at midcourt till.
Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort. Experience the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort, Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. No passport.
Duren getting the inbounds from Mills, awaiting in the front court. Peterson, Taylor Dunn, the sniper out there in the corner, and the lone big Steve Zach. Morgan State lays back in the 2-3 zone as prescribed. Tyreek Duren stands unguarded on the humongous Paradise Jam logo at midcourt. 19 seconds left in the half. Duren still uncontested. 14 on the shot clock. He'll make his move with about 8. Now they're going to contest him. Bounce past the Peterson. They try to trap. Duren with 8 on the shot clock. Drives, hangs in the air, puts it on the rim, won't go. Gets his own tip back towards the rim. It won't go. Morgan State gets the rebound, but they're going to have a half-court shot at the buzzer, which will come up short. And the Explorers finish the half impressively on a 15-2 run. They lead it 32-25 after 20 minutes of play. And if they can hold...
We're at the 2013 Paradise Jam. In 14 years here on St. Thomas, we've done a lot of awesome things, but never something like this.
This is the water jetpack, new here to St. Thomas. Anyone who's ever dreamt of flying, ever wanted to learn how to fly, this is about as close as it gets. On an introductory flight, you're going to be porpoising like a dolphin, you're going to be running on the water, and of course flying high like Buzz Lightyear. So those are kind of the 3 things you're going to be doing in an introductory flight.
Perfect. Right arm up, right arm up, right arm up a little, right arm up. There you go. Just like that. That's exactly where I want you. Right there. Very nice. Oh, you're ready to fly. What I want you to do now is slowly bring your arms up till just your feet are in the water. And now that you're there, just start walking with those legs. You're walking on water. Okay, so all you got to do to go underwater is you're going to bring both hands down into the water. When you're ready to come back up, bring both hands back up. Very nice. Very nice.
People who have ever gone parasailing or jet skiing, anything like that, this is going to be completely different. This is the newest adventure basically here in St. Thomas. So you guys actually have this great deal of flying at $100 at discounted price all the way up until November 30th. So just mention Paradise Jam and we'll definitely give you guys that rate.
That definitely was one of the craziest things I've ever done, Mark. Thanks for letting me come out and fly with you. Looks like I earned some wings.
You have definitely earned your jetpack wings, so you're a natural. Come back again soon.
All right, all you Paradise Jammers, come out and check out the St. Thomas Jet Riders.
Welcome to the Paradise Jam. Each November, I like to take my Paradise Jam family down to the one and only golf course on St. Thomas, Mahogany Run. Let's head down to the first tee.
Mahogany Run, being the only golf course on the island, designed by two world-famous golf course architects, Tom Fazio and his dad, George, have some really unique and exciting holes. We have the Devil's Triangle, which is maybe three of the most beautiful holes in golf, looking over the Atlantic and the Caribbean Ocean. Holes where you're hitting, 125 to 150 yards from tee boxes to over the ocean onto a small tee complex. Everybody finds the course. It's challenging, forgiving in areas, and truly unforgiving in certain areas. I mean, obviously you can tell who the basketball players are. They're a little taller than most of the island people, but it's wonderful for the course. It's wonderful for the economy down here. It's wonderful for Mahogany Run to have people like that down here doing something for the community down here, and being able to host them at our golf course is really, it's a pleasure to have them down here.
During the Paradise Jam, not only can you enjoy spectacular views like this, but for the right price, you can own a beautiful villa out here at Botany Bay.
We're out here today at Villa Witta, which is a $25 million property that spans over 15,000 square feet of usable space. It's on 4 acres on a waterfront lot, and it's inside the Botany Bay Preserve, which is managed by the Timbers Resorts based out of Carbondale, Colorado. They picked the nicest 400 acres on the island. It overlooks the Mermaid's Chair, the west end of the island, and out over to Culebra, Puerto Rico, and the Spanish Virgin Islands. The entire home is based around the lifestyle that a pirate would probably enjoy. It certainly shows it in the collection of artifacts. It's sort of a modern-day pirate, has this fortress where he keeps all the bounty that he's collected, and I think that's really how the owner looks at it. Also, the quality here, the workmanship inside, it's second to none, absolutely no expense spared. There's a lot of antiques and original artifacts. There's actual treasure chests that were recovered from pirate ships, original cannons, and several 17th century antiques. There's actually a chandelier from a Russian opera house in here that was disassembled and reassembled here. And obviously the location is incredible. It's probably one of the best home sites in the Caribbean. It has to be experienced to be believed. It's really more of like a fairy tale type atmosphere than anything I've ever seen. The U.S. Virgin Islands is uniquely set up for people to take advantage of the tax benefits. There's no state or local taxes other than federal taxes for residents. Anybody who resides here gets to take advantage of that, and the price points are all across the board from $300,000 to $25 million. There's pretty much something for everybody. Give us a call at USVI Sotheby's International Realty. We'd be happy to help you online, or Sotheby's Realty, USVI.com is our website.
Welcome to the United States Virgin Islands.
We know you'll enjoy your stay in one of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. We invite you to visit all 3 islands: St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas. St. Croix offers some of the most incredible dive sites in the Caribbean. Explore the pier, a shipwreck, the wall, and even go on a night dive. And with 7 flags having flown over this Caribbean jewel, St. Croix offers one of the most diverse cultures in all of the Caribbean. Want to hike, swim, and explore an underwater trail and an incredible vista all in the same day? Then you can't miss St. John. With 2/3 of the island dedicated as a national park, it's easy to find a view that takes your breath away. St. Thomas offers some of the best shopping deals in the Caribbean, and the U.S. Virgin Islands duty-free limit is $1,600. So be sure to take advantage of the savings. If a romantic destination wedding is in your future, plan your hassle-free nuptials in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Don't forget to let your guests know that there's no passport required for U.S. citizens. For more information on the USVI, log on to visitusvi.com or download our free My Virgin Islands smartphone app to learn more about things to do, restaurants, shops, and much more. Explore the endless unscripted vacation opportunities that await you. Thank you for visiting the United States Virgin Islands, St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas.
Pretlow for a total of 25. 18 rebounds scattered among the roster. Bozeman, Blossom, 3 rebounds. Duncan and Childs with 4 each. 1 for Black and Pretlow, a total of 18, including 8 coming on the offensive glass. They got 6 points off those offensive rebounds. The Bears shot 12 for 30 from the field, just 1 for 6 from beyond the arc, and they missed their only free throw attempt. 9 turnovers, 7 assists on 12 field goals, and they had 2 steals. That's 40% from the field and 16.7%.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort.
Welcome to Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort. Experience the Caribbean's most entertaining beach resort, Belongo Bay Beach Resort, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. No passport required.
UVI is closer than you think.
At UVI, the beach is closer than you think.
At UVI, the professors are closer than you think.
At UVI, your success is closer than you think.
The University of the Virgin Islands is closer than you think. Call us today or visit our website.
Imagine the power of a giant TV production truck in a compact portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more at newtek.com.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go. How are the girls? Uh-huh.
Come on, boy, just a little.
Scott?
Business is tough, but with great offers at Avis.com, we give you the space to turn your business trip into a bizcation. Avis, it's your space.
We are World Vision, and we believe in children. We believe in God's calling to share our lives with them, to share a meal, to share water, to share love, to share a full life.
If you believe, share with the child today at worldvision.org/share.
Plays of both Rohan Brown and Jarrell Wright.
Well, I'm pleased with Rohan Brown. Just hoping Jarrell Wright gets more than 5 minutes in the second half and plays like I know he's capable of playing. He's a very good player. I'd like to see him turn it on.
5 minutes of action in the first half. Went 1 for 2 from the free throw line, got 2 rebounds. Rohan Brown, 9 minutes of play, 4 points and 4 rebounds, 2 of them on the offensive glass. So
Plus a couple of tips, kept the ball alive. You know, there's no stats for that, but you watch it, he kept the ball going so we could get an offensive rebound.
But the key again, as is usually the case, the Explorers igniting that comeback, the 15-2 run to end the half. Tyreek During. He hit the first three-pointer of the game, then went cold, as did the rest of the team. But it started off on that fast break. The Explorers got a rebound, went on transition. He had the left side baseline, took it across the baseline under the bucket, found Sam Mills, who finally drained a three-pointer. The Explorers at that point have been 2 for 11. Then he got a steal.
Well, that was the one. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kel. That was the one I was talking about. When Mills hit that three, Morgan State, like they did.
Yep.
It wasn't like LaSalle won the 7th game of the World Series. They came blazing down there. Unfortunately, LaSalle got back, got a tip, got a steal, and went the other way. I was proud of LaSalle coming back real hard because Morgan State really came after them.
Jarrell Wright will start on the floor in the second half. Explorer basketball, the 2 bigs, Wright and Zach, Mills, Garland, and Dern. That's a starting 5 out there to start the second 20. Explorers up 32-25. Garland looking for a posting up right.
Morgan State back in the zone.
And Childs is keying the 2-3 underneath. Garland's going to drive, hit the brakes, cutting through the lane. Mills, extra pass to Zach. Zach goes strong. Shot blocked by Childs, however. So Childs gets the stop. Now the entry pass goes down low to Duncan. Childs will take the free throw jumper that will not go. Rebound Duran. Pushes it ahead to Mills. Nothing there. Mills now. Finds right inside. Double team. Extra pass to Zach. Trapped underneath. Almost threw it away. Good extra passing. Zach just wasn't in position to shoot.
No, he was too deep on the baseline, yes.
So Cedric Blossom with that pass on the previous Morgan State possession. Inbounds to Zach. Zach looking to get it back to a guard, any guard. Tyrone Garland is the one that obliges. Zach sets a pick. Garland around him, into the paint, double pump, back to Duran. Duran's gonna drive now. Back to Garland again, posting up his right. Childs on his hip, 10 on the shot clock. Garland crossing over to the left, into the corner to Mills, 4 on the shot clock. Mills gonna take it, put it off the glass, it won't go. Zach offensive rebound, back to the top. Great senior leadership by Mills. Wright cutting through the lane, Garland, layup good, and the assist from Jarrell Wright.
Great hard cut by Garland down the middle. Wright saw him, easy layup.
And the offensive rebound yields points number 10 and 11 with the second chance. Lob into Childs. Zach forces him under the basket. He shoots and scores anyway. That big, long frame was able to get him some room to shoot. Pressure at half court. Explorers get it. Cross midcourt, and Morgan State backs up. Garland on the hash mark. Crosses over to the right, lays it off to Duran. Duran to Mills. Mills with 14 on the shot clock. Duran's gonna draw a double team back near midcourt. Zach's gonna set a pick at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Garland with 8 on the shot clock. Garland will take the 3. That will not go. And the rebound this time controlled by Morgan State's Childs. Justin Black across midcourt. Childs, top of the key. Far side Bozeman. Bozeman entry pass nearly stolen by Duran, but it goes back. And then Garland was already going out on the break, and he ran into Bozeman, who got that deflection back. Couldn't help but foul there.
That would have been a breakaway layup if that steal could have been completed.
We saw Garland get a couple steals like that already tonight. 34-27, the Explorers on top. 2 minutes, 20 seconds gone here in the second half. Black splits a double team and gets stuffed by Zach. Outlet from Duran to Garland. One man to beat. Garland off the glass. It's good, and the Explorers lead at 36-27.
It's just a great play by Garland. Tremendous body control.
Black on the baseline. Oh, fouled by Wright. Wright stayed at home, saw Black trying to get room for the reverse layup. This is the largest lead of the game for either team. The Explorers led by 8 in the first 4 minutes of action, but then there's Morgan State running it back. Now Black to the free throw line. Morgan State is 0 for 1 from the stripe.
Jarrell Wright with his 3rd. That may be why Rohan's coming in now.
And that's why he had 5 minutes in the first half.
Yeah.
Black swishes the first. Brown will check in for Wright. (36-28) the Explorer lead. Black goes 2 for 2, and the Explorer lead down to 7. Morgan State showing pressure. Bozeman on the front, 2-2-1 pressure. Duran gets it across midcourt. Garland now looks to attack, but he's fouled on that take by Blossom. Team foul number 2 on the Bears.
That was actually a good foul by Blossom Kale because Garland had a wide open route to the basket.
Duran. Zach sets a high screen between the circles. Duran rolls it back to Garland, fakes the 3. Now he's going to drive, pull up and take the mid-range jumper. It won't go. Rohan Brown, offensive rebound, and he's blocked by Childs. 5 rebounds for Brown. A drive and a dish off underneath, and Steve Zach gets called for the foul. Childs, or Blossom with a double pump, drew the foul.
Well, there was no denying Morgan State's speed on transition.
So Blossom will go to the free throw line. Morgan State is a 49% free throw shooting team. Probably has a lot to do with why they're 0-4 at this point. And now they are 2 for 5 on the night. Blossom now 4 for 7 from the stripe.
He's a 50% foul shooter.
After he misses the first. 2 for 3 now. The second one's a make. And into the game is Shaquille Duncan replacing Blossom. More full court pressure by the Bears. Bozeman on the tip. Garland back to Duren. Duren to Garland, who crosses midcourt. 16:40 to play. Explorers up 36-30. Garland drawing the ire of Coach Giannini. Gets rid of it. Now Mills back there midcourt. Garland finds Brown. Gets it right back to Garland. 7 on the shot clock. Mills, far side. Looking to go baseline. Pulls up. Back to Garland. Garland will take the three. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Hubbard and Morgan State. The Explorers never really got in sync there. Duncan fades and draws a foul by Steve Zach. His third personal foul. Went for the pump fake. Excuse me, that's Duncan. So that's 3 and 5 on the team. So there's some developments. Both Wright and Zach with 3 fouls, and that's 4 on the team. DJ Peterson will come off the bench, and the Explorers probably going to go 5 guards here. Another missed free throw.
This would be interesting with Childs still in the lineup and Duncan still in the lineup.
Duncan now 4 for 10 from the stripe after that miss. And Morgan State 3 for 6. But he swishes that line drive, cut the lead to 5. 5 guards for the Explorers. Peterson, Duren, Garland, Mills, and, well, Brown, not really the guard. Certainly a smaller lineup out there for the Explorers. Morgan State extending this zone. Duren tries to split the seam. Now kicks it back to Garland, gets it back in the corner. Baseline take. Trap. Back to Mills. Wide open for 3. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, DJ Peterson, and he'll set it up clean. Top of the key. Pump fake Duren. Now he's going to drive. Lay it off to Peterson. Peterson fakes the 3. Passes it to Garland. Garland has baseline. And it's stripped away. Headband knocked off. No foul. Fortunately, Morgan State throws the ball away. And we'll take a break. 15 minutes, 29 seconds to play here in the second half. It's the Explorers leading Morgan State 36-31. You're listening to LaSalle University basketball.
Living this life one island done. Now that I am free, soak up the sun, swim the sea. This is how life's meant to be.
Come visit my island, the United States Virgin Islands.
Discover how life is meant to be. Call your travel agent today.
Spectacular views of the Caribbean are just the beginning at Frenchman's Reef and Morningstar Marriott Beach Resort. Discover a place where turquoise waters meet clear blue skies, where fine dining and poolside bars delightfully coexist, where fun and relaxation are an art form. A Marriott dream vacation awaits you here on the island of St. Thomas in the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's all here at Frenchman's Reef and Morning.
Out in Chicago, and Brian Fish. Hope the girls get better, buddy. Listening down in D.C. Cale Beers, Richard Prendergast, and the lovely Suzanne Beers doing highlights for us tonight from St. Thomas, where the Explorers led by 9, but that lead down to 5 with 15:29 to play over Morgan State in the first round of the Paradise Jam. Full court pressure has been employed an entire second half by Todd Bozeman and his Bears. The Explorers have not turned it over as a result of it.
But it's taken 8 to 10 seconds off the shot clock every time.
And then they extend the zone once they do get in the half-court set, and that has really disturbed the Explorers as well. 15 on the shot clock already. They haven't gone below the hash mark. Peterson, Duren looks to drive. Contact, no foul call, but Mills gets the 3 and drains the 3. Good no call. There was definitely contact. Blocked, shied away after that collision. But a 3-pointer by Mills, his 3rd of the game. The Explorers with an 8-point lead. Baseline take. DJ Peterson was there. It fouls Black. So 3 fouls for Jarrell Wright, 3 fouls for Steve Zach. They're on the bench, and Rohan Brown's your big. But that kind of plays in the Explorers' hands because of the full court pressure. You get an extra ball handler out there. Black to the free throw line. He is 2 for 2. Now 3 for 3. Explorer lead 39-32. Misses the second. Rebound Rohan Brown, 14:43 to play here in the first half. The Explorers will cross midcourt. Morgan State not able to get that 2-2-1 zone press set up after the miss from the stripe. They're now 5 for 10 from the free throw line. Foul line extended to Sam Mills. Mills to Garland. Garland looking to attack on Black. Lays it off to Peterson. Extra pass to Mills. Mills spins. 10 on the shot clock, back on the far hash mark. Trying to break down Bozeman. Hangs in the air, extra pass, but threw it away. Brown wasn't expecting it. He was in position for the rebound, and a turnover for the Explorers. Just their 7th. They had 6 at the break, so their first here in the second half.
What was a shame about that one is Sam Mills actually had a nice shot.
14 minutes, 7 seconds to play. Explorers up 39-32. Trying to get the day off tomorrow. The winner will not play till Sunday. Blake Bozeman, coach's son, calling the set out. Finds Duncan on the high post. He passes it to low post and out of bounds. A lot of that going on for Morgan State today. They turned the ball over there for their 11th time.
Morgan State is matching LaSalle with the small lineup right now. They took Childs out.
And full court pressure, not as aggressive. DJ Peterson used to break it across midcourt this time. Morgan State averages 11.3 turnovers a game. They're at that mark. Give and go. Duran to Brown. Draws a triple team and a foul on the ground. Great attack on the right side of that zone. Good passing. Morgan State's done a great job collapsing when the Explorers have seemingly easy layups, however, and they did it there just a little too aggressively. When 3 blue shirts fly at a ball, someone's bound to make contact.
I thought he was going to get a 2-shot foul there. They said it was on the ground. He looked like he was going up.
Duran to Peterson. Yeah, it seems like they always give 2-shot fouls no matter what in that situation, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Mills into the paint. Garland has his shot blocked, but it's tipped back to Mills. That was Duncan putting the lid on that one. Top of the key, Peterson to Mills. Explorers very patient. Morgan State very aggressive defensively. Shot clock down to 10 when Garland gets it and goes baseline. Draws a triple team to the top. Duran, extra pass Mills. Mills goes baseline and can't get it to go. Rohan Brown offensive rebound. That never hit the glass. It's going to be a jump ball going to Morgan State. Explorers almost a little bit too unselfish there. Morgan State doing a good job retreating and getting the extra pass, but maybe Peterson or Duran taking the shot instead of putting it in the corner.
Once again, I'll just pass along the plaudits to Rohan Brown. He forced that jump ball with a good offensive move on the boards.
So the lead stays 39-32. The Explorers on the season averaging 78.2 points a game. They are well below that at this point with 13 minutes to play. Pretlow into the game with Black. Pretlow gets it, it's Hubbard gets a touch, drives on Duran, no good. Can't get his own rebound. Now does get his own rebound and puts it back up and in. So the lead down to 5 again. Full court pressure. Duran to Mills. Mills allowed to bring it across midcourt without a pass as Morgan State collapses this time. Garland. Back to Mills. Duran, Peterson on the foul line, back to Mills. Duran fakes, drives, kicks. Mills back to the top. Peterson will take the 3. That one won't go. Rebound contested and controlled by Morgan State's Anthony Hubbard.
Looked like halfway up in his shot, then he wanted to pass the ball.
Because that shot was altered. I believe it was Duncan closing in on him. Nearly a steal at midcourt, but Duran can't get to it. Now DJ Peterson gets to it, and it's a 3-on-0 break. It's going to be Peterson laying it in as the Explorers force turnover number 12 and lead it 41-34. Duran getting in the mix there again to force the steal.
Right, I like LaSalle when they have that defensive pressure.
Largest lead of the game was 9. It's up to 7 again with 11:44 to play. Bozeman Trying to lob it in. Stolen from
Good
behind by
weak side
Mills.
Good weak side help on that lob.
Mills gets it back, pulls the trigger.
Didn't have his feet set.
Brown tried the offensive rebound, but the rebound was a little bit too high over his reach. Now 3-on-1 break the other way. Pretlow gives it up to Bozeman, finishes the layup, and Todd Bozeman's going to call a timeout. We're going to take a break with 11:24 to play here in the second half. It's Explorers 41, Morgan State 36. You're listening to LaSalle University basketball from the Paradise Jam. No, he called it. So the next dead ball will be immediate timeout as well. You hear that, Walt? You're going to get another next dead ball, another media timeout, okay? Immediate timeout, okay? And Jarrell Wright back in the line. Both with 3 fouls. 3 guards complementing the bigs are Duran, Mills, and Peterson. Different full court pressure shown this time by Morgan State. When Mills gets it across the midcourt. For Morgan State, it's Bozeman, Hubbard, Black, Pretlow, and Duncan. Wright inside out. Mills for 3. Pow! Sam Mills knocks down another 3, and the Explorers are up by 8.
Now, see, that's what LaSalle is missing without their bigs. Kale, you have that inside-out game when you have the bigs in there, and that's exactly what happened then. The pass inside, zone collapse, kick out, wide open 3.
The Explorers will show zone with the 2 bigs in there. They pass inside, attack the zone, and Hubbard gets an easy layup out of it. First time we saw zone tonight for the Explorers. 3-2. Here come the Explorers up by 6, 10:35 to play here in the second half. They have not trailed in the second half. Zach to Duran. Skip pass to the corner for Mills. Mills dribbles to the top. Gets into the corner. Foul line extended 3. Rimmed in and out. Offensive rebound. DJ Peterson has it knocked away with Steve Zach fading away. Hits the hook shot and draws the foul. Zach with his 6th rebound. And 4th point of the game. We'll take another break with 10 minutes and 14 seconds to play from the second half of the first round of Paradise Jam. The Explorers lead Morgan State 46-38 from St. Thomas. This is Explorer Basketball.
Imagine the power of a giant TV production truck in a compact, portable video production system. NewTek TriCaster has everything you need for a network-style video production. Camera switching, graphics, special effects, virtual sets, and more. You can stream your production live to the internet and record up to 8 separate channels of HD video all in one system. NewTek TriCaster. It's a television studio in a box. Find out more at newtek.com.
Now, as you can see, don't you love technology? Yeah, no problem. There we go. How are the girls? Uh-huh. Come on, boy, just a little. Scott.
Business is tough, but with great offers at Avis.com, we give you the space to turn your business trip into a bizcation. Avis, it's your space.
We are World Vision, and we believe in children. We believe in God's calling to share our lives with them, to share a meal, to share water, to share love, to share a full life.
If you believe, share with a child today at worldvision.org/share.
I think we went zone 2 possessions, and Morgan State did not score either one.
Just before the break, DJ Peterson kept the rebound alive, got an offensive board, put it back down on the ground. Fouled Steve Zach, who fading away hit a jumper and drew the foul. 13 foul Morgan State. The Explorer lead now 8 and can be equaled with a made free throw by Steve Zach, which he does. And then he immediately checks out for Tyrone Garland. Jarrell Wright will stay on the floor with the guard quartet of Mills, Peterson, and Duran, with Garland coming in for Zach. 9-point lead for the Explorers, 10 minutes to play. Pretlow keeps the dribble on the far side. Shaquille Duncan with a touch comes near side. Justin Black. Black to Pretlow and back to Black. Explorers playing man this time. Peterson stays with Black on the switch. Duncan gets it from Black, misses the jumper. It's punched back out the midcourt, an offensive rebound for the Bears. Entry pass inside. DJ Peterson collapses to contest Duncan's shot, but he fouls him instead. 47-38. One thing Morgan State has not done well all season is shoot free throws. 5 for 9 from the stripe tonight. 50%, below 50% on the season. Shaquille Duncan swishes the first one. He's 2 for 3 from the stripe. 6 points on the game. Duncan, a 6'9" junior from Frankfurt High in our wonderful city. Second free throw is a miss, but a long rebound beyond the reach of Tyreek Duran and an offensive board for Morgan State. There's our 10th of the game. 9.5 to go. The Explorer lead down to 8. Off the dribble. Jumper by Black won't go. DJ Peterson gets the rebound. Peterson navigates across court. Duran into the corner. Garland, baseline take. Drew the foul. Duncan was there to commit his 4th. And Tyrone Garland will go to the stripe for 2. So Garland to the stripe on the season. Tyrone 85%. The Explorers 6 for 9 from the stripe tonight. Now 7 for 10 on the first make.
That time it was very good transition by LaSalle. They got down quick. That's how Garland was able to draw that foul. Morgan State wasn't back yet.
Rohan Brown having a great night, checking into the game, replacing Sam Mills.
Sam's done very well.
Second free throw by Garland is a make as well. Morgan State's going to hustle it up court. Garland with 13 points. The Explorers have their largest lead of the game, 10 points. Bozeman loses the ball out of bounds and turns it over. Number 12 on the night. Check that, 14th turnover for Morgan State. Bozeman uncontested there.
I was going to say, in tennis, that's an unforced error.
Yeah. So the Explorers trying to get some separation. Garland attacks, hangs in the air, dishes it off to Brown. Brown backdoor cutting through a double team. Layup won't fall. Offensive rebound, Wright. He puts it back up and in. Darrell Wright with a board. And now he hustles down court. Duncan falling out of bounds, turns it over. Give Jarrell Wright credit there. Got the offensive rebound, the putback, and knew he had to get back on D.
He beat everybody back, and he was the last one to start.
So some floor maintenance as Duncan fell to the ground there. And Hubbard will check in for Bozeman. Turnovers 14 to 15. Morgan State worried about this one slipping away. More of that full court zone pressure. Garland lobs it to Peterson, who goes back to Duran. Duran will run the midcourt set with 8.5 left. Garland pulls the trigger for 3. Tyrone Garland for 3. Largest lead of the game now, 54-39, a 15-point edge. Pretlow, a drive and a kick. Black trying to get even with a three. Does so with a made three-pointer from the top of the key. That's just the second make of the night on 7 attempts for Morgan State. Good crossover by Garland. Gets it back from Brown, and then Dern on the far hash mark. Explorers up by 12. A drive. Dern slips to the ground and travels. I don't know. He passed it away before he fell, didn't he? We'll sort it out when we get back from break.
I'm sitting here with the look on my face. He didn't walk. He threw it before he slid.
7 minutes, 53 seconds to play for the Paradise Jam.
Welcome to the United States Virgin Islands. We know you'll enjoy your stay in one of the most beautiful places in the Caribbean. We invite you to visit all 3 islands: St. Croix, St. John, and St. Thomas. St. Croix offers some of the most incredible dive sites in the Caribbean. Explore the pier, a shipwreck, the wall, and even go on a night dive. And with 7 flags having flown over this Caribbean jewel, St. Croix offers one of the most diverse cultures in all of the Caribbean. Want to hike, swim, and explore an underwater trail and an incredible vista all in the same day? Then you can't miss St. John. With 2/3 of the island dedicated as a national park, it's easy to find a view that takes your breath away. St. Thomas offers some of the best shopping deals in the Caribbean, and the U.S. Virgin Islands duty-free limit is $1,600, so be sure to take advantage of the savings. If a romantic destination wedding is in your future, plan your hassle-free nuptials in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Don't forget to let your guests know that there's no passport required for U.S. citizens. For more information on the USVI, log on to visitusvi.com or download our free My Virgin Islands smartphone app to learn more about things to do.
53 seconds to play here in the second half. Trying to advance in the winner's bracket where Providence awaits on Sunday. Justin Black drives baseline. Strong take and finishes it. Just before the break, Prendy warned us about number 5.
20 points a game average and only a 41% foul shooter, so he's scoring from somewhere.
Cuts the lead to 10 with 7.5 to play. Sam Mills running the point here. Tyreek Dern getting a breather, but he's at the scorer's table, ready to come back in. Brown to Mills, posting up his right. They collapse on him. He dribbles through it and travels. No, it's called a foul on the ground. I was worried about the travel. Morgan State thought they earned it. Anthony Hubbard gets called for the foul, and Jarrell Wright, who's 1 for 2 from the free throw line, will go back to the strike. 7:21 to play. You're in the second half. Right, 59% on the season. 0 for 1 on this visit. Tyreek Dern checks in for DJ Peterson. Second free throw's a make. 55-44.
Oh.
You thought no one was coming to get that one.
I thought Tyrone was going to get that steal and a layup.
Long cross-court pass. Morgan State's Dante Pretlow gets it instead. Hanging in the air, it's Hubbard. He draws the foul. Tyreek Dern possibly in the vicinity. And they will give it to him, his second on the play.
I give that one another wow.
Got Joe Fedorowicz and a couple people speculating, and we are remiss in not updating you on the Khalid Lewis situation. We talked to Coach Giannini. Khalid did not re-injure his wrist. We're seeing some action on Twitter suggesting he came down awkwardly on his foot in the Penn State game, and he was questionable for tonight, but he did not warm up. He's suited up, and it didn't seem like it was a very serious thing, but of course the nagging injuries keeping that guy's career from getting going at LaSalle so far. 2 made free throws cut the lead down to 9 with 7 minutes to play. Talked about that at the top of the broadcast and not since. Here's Mills, back to Dern. The Explorers had a 15-point lead, but now that's down to 9. Try to get some more separation with still over 7 minutes to play. They attack. Dern Gets away from the pressure, finds Garland with 10 on the shot clock back near midcourt. Wright sets a pick. They hedge and help. Garland picks up the dribble. In trouble with 4 on the shot clock. Gets it to Dern. Dern's floater will get pinned between rim and glass. Should be a jump ball, wouldn't it be? And it will go to LaSalle. So they get the fresh 35. They're going to call it a shot clock violation. No, it is. They're correcting this now. It is LaSalle basketball. Jump ball because it got pinned between glass and rim, and the possession now goes to the Explorers, even though that ball rattles around. He got the shot off before the shot clock violation, so.
All it has to do is hit the rim.
Yep.
That certainly did because it's stuck there.
Mills. Back to Dern. Dern crosses over, baseline. Finds Jarrell Wright on the weak side. They collapse on him, but he can't stop him. Left-handed finger roll, and the Explorers lead it 57-46.
That was shades of Wilt Chamberlain. That was a finger roll.
Duncan, guarded by Wright, muscles his way. Too strong, however, and the rebound leads to a 3-on-2 break. Dern in the center of the lane, drives, and he's reached in and fouled by Hubbard with 6:06 to play. Not going to do it for Hubbard. Nope, third foul.
Fourth.
Fourth foul it is. Stat monitor not updated. Anthony Hubbard will send Tyreek Dern to the line. Dern hasn't really scored a lot here in the second half, but his offensive spark plug got this team going. And this is the first free throw here. An assist, then a steal, and a breakaway, and then 2 made free throws in the midst of that 15-2 run to bring the Explorers back from down 7 in the first half. Zach and Wright on the floor. Dern on the free throw line. Garland and Mills rounding out the guard core. Dern makes his second free throw. Flirting with 80% on the season. 1 for 2 on that visit. 12-point lead for the Explorers. 6 minutes to go. Black.
Childs back in the lineup now. Steve's got his hands full.
And Childs hasn't been in there much at all because they're going with a full court pressure. And he's obviously a liability likely in that situation. Bozeman hasn't seen much action, but he's back on the floor now as well. They lob it into Childs, catches it on the foul line. Turn around, hook shot over Zach is nice and good.
Oh, he has a nice touch.
10-point game with 5:30 to play. Dern crosses over. Partlow almost clotheslines Tyreek Dern. He'll go to the line for a 1-on-1.
Looking to see how close LaSalle is to the bonus. They have a couple more to go.
DJ Peterson checks into the lineup, replacing Tyrone Garland. Dern makes the first of 2 free throws. 14 points on the game, tying Garland for team high. One of 3 Explorers in double digits, including Sam Mills. Dern misses the second. Now just 2 for 4 from the stripe. Explorers lead at 59-48. Black. Shot altered by Zach, and then Zach gets the rebound off the miss. 5:17 to go.
Thought we were going to get an over the top there on Childs.
Dern looking to drive. Jump stops, hangs in the air, floats on the rim, gets the roll. Not sure
Great penetration.
Looked like he hopped and came to a stop there.
I can't comment on that, Kale, because my view was blocked.
The Explorers now lead it by 13 with under 5 minutes to play. Bozeman with a bounce pass to Pretlow. Dante Pretlow brings it to the right side, trying to drive using a child screen. Now long bounce pass across the baseline to Bozeman. Misses the 3, long rebound, 4-on-1 break for the Explorers. Dern, Mills, lays it into right, throws it down, big fella! Jarrell Wright finishes up the break with authority.
That registered on the Richter scale.
63-48, matching the largest lead. Don't say that, we're on an island. Here is Pretlow. 3-pointer off the dribble, no good. Zach gets the rebound and hands it to Dern. The Explorers don't have to rush with a 15-point lead in 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play.
That's a great rebound by Zach too, Kale, because he had Childs all over him.
Dern back near midcourt, guarded by Blake Bozeman. To the baseline for Wright. Wright goes baseline, reverse layup, good for Jarrell Wright.
Might have got an NBA step there, but I'll take it.
10 points for the big guy. 4th player in double digits. Deep 3 by Bozeman. It won't go. Rebound Dern. Zach wants to get the run going, but instead they'll slow it up. Wright has 3 consecutive double-doubles, but he's probably not going to get it done tonight, regardless. Duren navigates traffic, throws it down to Wright, who slams it home. Tyreek Duren with another helper, and Todd Bozeman sees this one slipping away. A 19-point deficit. Just 4 assists for Tyreek Duren, but boy, they've been pretty these last couple minutes of play.
Like I said, I can't say it. We're on an island. Great penetration, though, by Tyreek to just get that wide-open layup dunk.
And you can see
Terrell.
Morgan State got into panic mode there. The Explorers shipped away, built the lead, and now they're bombing threes, and it's leading to the transition. The Explorers have capitalized. This is in-sync Explorer basketball. Gonna untape his ankle, so he's done for the night, and big Jermaine Davis is out there. You liked what you saw out of him yesterday at practice,
Yes,
no?
I did. Yes, I did. Big
So-
body, very strong.
Davis and Rohan Brown are the 2 bigs out there. Hubbard's gonna go baseline, find his way to the hole, and gets it to finish. 67-50. The Explorer lead, 3 minutes and 8 seconds to play. Unless a monumental collapse, they will have a rematch with Providence. Showdown that happened in a ballroom in a hotel in Cancun a couple years ago. Deep 3 by Mills. That one won't go. Sam now.
I like that shot.
3 for 8 from beyond the arc. Hubbard in traffic, pump fake, dishes it off. Blossom with the layup. So 4-0 run now put together by Morgan State to cut the lead to 15, 67-52.
I think I'd like to see that shot clock go all the way down, Kale.
I agree with you. Davis sets a pick deck back there midcourt to spring Sam Mills free. Tyreek Duren, I'm sure John Jean hoping his night's done. He's on the bench for the time being. Does he stay there or not is the question. Garland hesitates, stops, goes, draws the foul. We'll take our final scheduled break of the night. 2:17 to play. Explorers trying to put this one away. They lead Morgan State 67-52, and you're listening to LaSalle basketball from the Paradise Jam. Winners earlier today on the opening day of the Paradise Jam were Northern Iowa taking down Loyola Marymount. They will play Maryland Sunday in the game that precedes ours in the winner's bracket game, assuming the Explorers hold on, and I am. Beat Marist to advance to the winner's bracket, and Vanderbilt goes to loser's bracket, awaiting the loser of this game, which at this point in time would be Morgan State. Tyrone Garland makes a free throw to increase the Explorer lead to 68-52. It was touch and go, and the Explorers led by 7 with 3 minutes and 48 seconds, or excuse me, with 5 minutes to go in the first half, and went on a 15-2 run and have not looked back. Garland makes a pair, The Explorer lead back up to 17 with 2:14 to play. Blossom to Pretlow. Pretlow with a left-handed dribble and a floater alley-oop to Childs, who throws down the dunk. Childs with 14 points. And there's a loose ball on the floor. I was noticing the Paradise Jam personnel carrying around small, spongy basketballs, also known as projectiles.
You can bounce them off water down here.
Yeah, one made it on the floor. So we're still looking at Steve Zach, whose left ankle is being iced down at the
He
end
was
of the
actually
bench.
limping a little bit during second half warm-ups. Not much, but it was a little.
They were done into the lineup. Jermaine Davis getting his most extended burn of the season, I'm sure, here. Double team back at midcourt. Garland jump passes to Dunn. Dunn's going to fake the pass, now keep it back at midcourt.
I was
Garland.
looking for an alley-oop to Davis there.
1:38 to play. The Explorers with a comfortable lead, not trying to run it in and rub it in, and coach's son knows that. Garland, Dunn, pump fake back to the top. Garland will pump fake and take the three at the shot clock buzzer, and that one goes in.
All right, we can put it in the books now, Cal.
72-54 with 1:19 to play. Tyrone Garland will take scoring honors after that make.
Young boy from Cherry Hill coming in the ball game.
Deep three by Bozeman, it won't go.
Good
Jermaine
rebound.
Davis goes for the big rebound. He came out of nowhere.
Yes, he did.
1 minute to play as Tyrone Garland crosses midcourt, and the Explorers will go to 3-2 on the season. Garland gets a pick from Davis, goes to the right with it. Davis rolls to the bucket. Garland steps back, buries another three. And John Janine calls a timeout just to get Hank Davis and O.J. Lewis into the lineup. Garland with 6 3-pointers, or 6 points off 3-pointers to finish 7 for 17 from the field, and 22 points. 46.4 seconds to play. Todd Bozeman goes to the bench as well, brings off Rashawn Simpson.
Hank Davis, a two-sport athlete at LaSalle, a great tennis player. His
As
father
was his
was
father.
a great tennis player, yes.
I'm shocked that Dr. Steve is not down here with us. I thought for sure we'd see him. Cross midcourt. Emmanuel Mady and Hank Davis hitching a ride, getting called for the foul. Hit that mute button, Prenny, next time you cough, please. I know all too
I
well
forgot
your
that.
pain. I know all too well how
I hope that's a rookie mistake.
Are you still have rookie status? No.
I need a full year, don't I?
First one's a make by Dante Pretlow. We're allowed to have fun. This one's in the books now. Sure, your cousin a lot, big Stan Walters with Merrill Reese in the booth of those Eagles games. Had a couple laughs like that. Second free throw's a make, and it's a 19-point LaSalle lead with 40.9 seconds to play. O.J. Lewis bring it across midcourt. Drives to the right on Rashawn Simpson. Hits the brakes. Back out to Dunn. Dunn is going to hand it off to Lewis. Lewis will take the three. And drain the three. O.J. Lewis. 20 seconds to play. Pretlow draws a foul. The only frustrating part about this, Richard, is these three-pointers all being made with the game in the books.
Well,
not,
yeah, but
not when the game
confidence.
on the line against Manhattan, not
No.
Tuesday night at Penn State.
Long season.
Yeah.
Confidence builders.
78-56, a 22-point lead. As Pretlow hits the free throw. So Morgan State had a 26-17 lead. Since that time, it's been a 61-31 run for the Explorers. That's math I don't usually pull off. Here's an emphatic dunk after a steal at midcourt by Cedric Blossom. 9.9 seconds to play. Lewis, Morgan State still showing full court pressure. And Dunn in the backcourt. Looking for the, there it is. Finally gets the time to expire. And the Explorers survived the first round of the Paradise Scam. They caught fire at the end of the first half and took it away. 78-59 the final score. They will advance to take on Providence. That game will be played, check this out, 9:30 p.m. on Sunday. That's 10:30 here in the Islands. So we'll be on the air with a 10 p.m. pregame show, but we'll tell you all about that and bring you some highlights of tonight's wrap-up. Actually, we'll keep it right here, and as I see Coach Adler heading our way, we'll just keep it right here. Paris Adler